25 years of global policies have only entrenched these gross inequities systemically. It is no surprise, then, that small island developing states, SIDS, yet again are the most severely affected by the COVID-19 crisis, with our economic growth expected to contract at 3 times the global average. COVID-19 has brought us to a threshold point. While the menu of options offer more than enough to pick and to choose to suit individual interests, doing so will not effectively address the systemic inequities that have long held our countries back from sustainable development, and even now are preventing us from accessing the support we need to recover. We therefore advocate for a holistic approach that addresses SIDS issues with SIDS solutions, and we propose to do so in the form of a SIDS compact. The SIDS compact is premised on the special case of SIDS and therefore requires a dynamic approach to addressing our recognized vulnerabilities as a cross-cutting systemic issue. It will require, finally, agreeing to a multi-dimensional vulnerability index to replace the antiquated income-only measures. Now, the compact would aid in designing innovative response mechanisms and enhance existing financial instruments to guide SIDS economies through this period of crisis. Our compact would also create a responsive mechanism and certainly a responsive system where gains can be maintained, resilience to climate change can be reinforced, and development achieved. It would include a number of short and long-term measures, such as, and to start with the short-term ones, expanding the scope of the DSSI, debt moratoriums, enabling favorable trade conditions for SIDS, and establishing a resilience fund. Medium-term strategies include reducing external debt to a sustainable level in the medium term through a multilateral debt workout mechanism, and ensuring financial inclusion by addressing challenges of de-risking. We also propose midterm to long-term interventions, which will include devising a toolkit of innovative financial instruments, such as debt swap mechanisms and state contingent debt instruments. The initiatives will also include aligning recovery packages with the Paris Agreement and translating national plans into specific policies and investment plans integrated into national budget and planning processes in line with the SDGs and the Paris Agreement. Finally, for these responses to take full effect, we will need an ecosystem of support involving bilateral, multilateral, and private creditors, as well as the G7 and the G20, driving forward the SIDS compact. The options set forth now will be definitive of our people's future. And I'll say that without immediate action to address debt and long-term efforts to mitigate the effects of climate change, sustainability itself will not be realized by SIDS. That is an outcome which cannot be acceptable. We envision a bright future for all. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Prime Minister. And so more generous with the time with those speakers who are speaking on behalf of a group of nations. But